Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Gemini placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Gemini, to get started, I'm going to start with the channeled messages. So I'm going to read from my notes. The first thing that I was getting is this feeling that something has been moving slow, or it hasn't been progressing in the way that you would like it to be, or in a way that you're used to. So I'm getting like a very strong Four of Pentacles energy. So, but it's coming through with like laying a very strong foundation or solidifying something. So there's not a lot of perhaps like visible change happening on the surface, but you are growing something and you are establishing a strong foundation. So there is this, like, I feel like maybe you're feeling this sort of impulse to like change something, or to like that you need to like, I don't know, do a whole bunch of things to try and get something moving. And it's kind of just like, be patient, because this stagnation, and it came through with quotation marks, like it's not really stagnation, but that's maybe how it feels, is holding space for whatever is coming in, and whatever is coming in requires a very strong foundation. So you are solidifying that at the moment. You may also be getting strong signs of whatever this is, but it may be that like this, whatever it is that is coming in, maybe feels like it's very far away. But that's just a perception, is how it's feeling. It's actually very, very close. And the metaphor that I was getting was like in your car, your side mirrors, how it says that objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. So it may feel like something's far away, but it's actually closer than you think. And then with that, it was also coming through with this energy of a blind spot, right? Like when a car's in your blind spot, they're actually like almost right beside you, right? Like that's how it's coming through, where it's like they're in this particular space. Whatever this new thing is for you, it's in this space where you can't see it, but it's actually very close. Another metaphor with the blind spots is that each one of our eyes has a blind spot that we don't notice because we have, you know, most people have the other eye to help compensate. And that our brain also does some extra processing, like our eyes are constantly moving. Our brain sort of fills in that gap, but I feel like there's something in your blind spot at the moment, is how it's coming through, Gemini. So there's this feeling of like nothing's coming or nothing's happening or like that kind of thing, but that's not true. So it is trying to come through with this message of just trust in the what's happening right now, that there's things are changing. I was also getting this message of like the end of your sentence. I can't quite remember if this came through in a different reading. I was trying to find it in my notes, but I couldn't. So it might have been just in a different reading, and I don't remember what it is. But it was coming through with this message of like almost like a prison sentence. That's what I'm just going to phrase it as, Gemini. Like there's been some sort of period of time for you where maybe you haven't been in the place that you would like to be, or there's this feeling of like not being free to move, that kind of thing. Perhaps learning some tough lessons, that kind of energy. And the fact that it's coming through is like the end of your sentence means that whatever that difficult period is, I do feel like it's ending. But again, it's like, it's this feeling of like something that is so close that it feels so far away. Like that, it's that kind of energy for you, Gemini. So just be patient with that. Also, happy birthday if you're a Gemini sun. I forgot to say that. We're approaching the Sagittarius full moon as I'm filming this. Yeah, Jupiter is your first card out. And Jupiter is an energy of expansion. So I do feel like there is some sort of expansion, but it almost feels like you're at like a little bit of a pause energy at the moment, or that's how it's feeling. Yeah, it's a welcome sight, emerging from the darkness, shimmering with possibilities. It's the planet of growth, expansion, success, and elevation. When this card appears, the future is full and bright, perhaps even dazzling. The work is to keep Jupiter's bigness in balance during the wave of expansion that's taking place. Its shadow is most easily seen in celebrity culture, excess consumption, and messaging of never enough. You may begin comparing yourself with others or assessing your value. Don't double judge yourself for this. Jupiter happens. Instead, realign with the benevolent message in your heart. What truly needs expanding? It's likely not your followers or bank account. Okay. I was just seeing an image of an umbrella. Or like, you know, like telescopes, how they have that like the handle of an umbrella expands, right? That's kind of the energy that I'm getting, which is interesting. Like these little segments that are embedded within one another. The number 3 might be significant to you. But also 4 and 6 is what I'm getting with that. Can I get another card for Gemini, please? The new pearl. I'm getting this energy of something where it's like, you may have been, I feel like there's a very significant past energy coming through here. And it's coming through as being like something where in the past, like you maybe tried to manifest this. Like it may have been something that you feel like you missed out on or you lost is how it's coming through. Like what I'm getting is the image of one of the fairies card in the other deck that I have. It'll be the Retriever that talks about like lost wishes being returned to you. And I feel it because it's like now is the right time for it. It's like something that, especially with the pearl, because it'll be the Retriever is holding like this little pearl, which represents that sort of lost dream. And I feel like there's something from the past, like, that is coming through as being, like, it's almost like it was, like, taken from your fingers, is how it's coming through. Like, you had it in your hand, but it was taken from you. Like, this opportunity or this wish or dream or something, and it's like you lost it. Whatever it is for you, it's going to be different for each person. And so it's kind of like there's almost this feeling, so it could be fear again about that, where I feel like you're at this point now where it's like this sort of opportunity is coming back around. It's so close, but then there's this fear that comes out of like, what if it gets taken from me again? Or what if this, like, you know, what if this happens again? I feel like it's not going to, Gemini. So just, you know, it's I feel like managing your fears is going to be really important in this time period, whatever that is. It's this feeling of like, balancing this sort of like hope, and fear is just how it's going through. Because I do feel like there's something here where it's like that feeling of like it was so close the last time, but something happened where it ended up like you ended up losing it or dropping the ball on it or something like that. Like that kind of energy of having lost something that you were so close to getting. And it's coming around again. So those feelings might be getting stirred up again. But I'm also getting this energy of like, you may be... this is why this energy of the blind spot is coming. It's like you may even be ignoring the signs because they bring up such uncomfortable feelings of like... I want to say like like something about the past where you may have been receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities about this manifestation, or if it's a connection, like something like that, like whatever it is, you in the past received lots of signs and synchronicities about what this is, but then it's almost like it never happened. Nothing happened with it. That's how it's feeling. And so it's kind of like it didn't go anywhere. So it's like maybe there was this moment of self-doubt of like, okay, I received all these signs, but it didn't lead to anything. So what does that mean? And I feel like there's clarity or an answer coming through with this where it's like now it's going to follow through, or now the signs are going to be understood or whatever. And you may be re-experiencing those signs and synchronicities, but perhaps not wanting to pay attention to them because the last time they didn't result in anything. That's how it's feeling. So it may be something here where it's like you're turning a blind eye to something. That's how this is coming through, Gemini, where you're not paying attention to the signs, or you're like, it's kind of not in like a way where you're like, whatever. It just feels more like as a way to manage your expectations, or as a way to like manage your fear, or to like not let hope be this sort of like because hope and despair are intricately linked, right? Like that kind of energy, it's like the hope can quickly turn into despair. Like you're sort of like trying to like manage that, is how it's coming through, Gemini. Interesting. Okay. Can I get one more card? Yeah. Conjunction. The Union card. That's what this is. Whatever it is for you, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be you coming together with some sort of opportunity. And Iron has been on the bottom of the deck every single time I've stopped shuffling. Like, because I'm not fully shuffling all the way. Just the way that I shuffle cards. Anyway, Iron is at the bottom of the deck, so it could have something to do with that. Iron is the element that represents Mars energy. To me, this card talks about like finding rest in what is very stable for you. So that's how it's coming through. Like there is this energy of stability, but the number 3 keeps coming through for you. But like numbers 3 and 4, because I feel like there is something here about like something very stable, but that there's also some sort of collaboration that's coming through with that. Yeah, love, divine union, and infinity. Conjunction is the great alchemical operation of love. We witness the miraculous work of two opposites merging to create a unique third form. Sun and moon unite to reveal the entire cosmos. Black and white unite to reveal the spectrum of color. Unlike coagulation, conjunction represents a conscious and benevolent union, one that springs forth from awareness, acceptance, and devotion. It is not a compromise, but rather an activation, a holding of tension and presence that allows each of the entities to thrive and express themselves. Experiencing conjunction is one of the blessings of the human experience, whether the bond is with human nature or divinity. Recognize it by the stirring of your heart and an element of surprise. Through the opposites arises the infinite. Yeah. Because there's that energy here in this as well about two things merging to create a unique third form. And there's that energy of 3 again. So you may be seeing 333 a lot, or I don't know, maybe that's part of a synchronicity for you. But you are coming together with something, Gemini. A merging of opposites. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Peacock and the axe. So beware of great pride and forces working against you. So, It's kind of coming through with the forces working against you. Like, it's feeling kind of like environmental factors, whatever that is. But just as a metaphor, it's feeling like, for example, like a plant that is trying to grow. But the weather has been terrible. Like, either there's no rain, no sun, not enough resources for the plant to thrive. Like, that's how it's coming through, that whatever this beginning is or this expansion, the conditions haven't been favorable, is how it's feeling. Especially with Jupiter, though, I feel like that will be changing, because I feel like, because Jupiter talks about good fortune as well, right? Like an expansion, the Wheel of Fortune, like having good luck, being in the right place at the right time. But I feel like you haven't had that up until now. Like, you haven't had that sort of like extra bit of luck or good fortune in whatever this is. It's kind of feeling like there's been a little bit of a slowdown because of that. Like, growth has been impeded because there have been factors that are just like, so I don't know, maybe you are having, like, you have had a string of bad luck recently, Gemini, or just like things that are not helping the situation but are hindering them in some way. That's how it's coming through. Tulip, great passion. I love this card. Yeah, it's kind of like it's something like weather, for example, right? Like factors that are outside of our control. Like this spring that we've been having has been sort of like all over the place, where we've had like really cold weather and then really hot weather, and it's sort of like flip-flopping back and forth, and not this sort of like constant stream or constant steady spring sort of weather. It's been sort of like extremes. Like, that's how it's kind of coming through for you, Gemini, where you've had like, I don't know, like fluctuations in energy, or things like, I don't know, like certain conditions that just don't feel favorable to whatever it is that you've been wanting to grow or manifest. I feel like it is getting there, though, and with the new pearl in the middle, that card does talk about like new beginnings that require grit and perseverance and like blood, sweat, and tears kind of energy. Like, it's like you have to put in the effort in whatever this is, but allow the circumstances to guide you, is how it's coming through. Great passion, though. You have the hat. You will be playing a new role, playing a different role. Interesting. You have bread and arrow, which are really positive cards. You're on the right path, regarding some aspect of your life and a period of prosperity and abundance. So that is what you're going towards. You're on the right path regarding some aspect, and you're moving towards a period of prosperity and abundance. That's what the conjunction card is representing. So I do feel like you are creating something, though, or like, well, you're playing a different role. You have November at the bottom of the deck, so that could be a timing aspect for you. The hat is a really interesting one. You'll be playing a different role. So if this is work related, it doesn't have to be for you, Gemini, but just as an example, if this is work related, maybe you are stepping into a different role that's going to lead to more prosperity and abundance. Maybe there are changes in your expectations or responsibilities or something like that. You're putting on a new hat, a new identity. Okay, I get a card for Gemini. Yeah, the cosmic egg. This is the last card in this deck. It is coming through the world. And the conjunction card is also the last card in the Alchemy deck. This talks about the crown chakra, right? With the crown chakra and the hat. So this area for you is very significant at this time. The cosmic egg talks about an expansion. I'm just seeing this like... I feel like this is that energy that was in your hand in the past. Like, I feel like you there was something in the past, whatever this egg is for you, that is this, like, it feels kind of like a new beginning, or whatever it is, this new cycle, however this relates to you, whatever it is that you've been sort of asking about. I want to say you have a firm grip on it, right? It's yours. You have a firm grip on it, I want to say. It is protected as well with this snake energy coming through. It is protected. There's this balance here that I'm getting of like not wanting to like grip too tightly on something with the Jupiter, because the Jupiter has the open palm. Like trying not to grip too tightly onto something, but also like there's almost like this a feeling kind of like anxiety is how it's coming through, of like not wanting to let it go either, right? Like that's how it's feeling. Because it does feel like there are some forces that are working against you that are like maybe triggering some anxiety, or like activating some past fears or that kind of thing. Like I want to say it's causing doubts. Yeah, completion and harmony. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, and that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. Yeah, I feel like, so I feel this is a very positive sign for you, Gemini. I feel like you are reaching this state of like allowing things to happen and trusting in the process, because I feel like there are forces that have been working against you, but I feel like it's not, I want to say, like, affecting you in the way that it may have in the past, because there's this energy here of like, when, like, before the cosmic egg becomes activated, which for you it is, there's this feeling of like, I'm never going to get there, this is not happening, blah blah blah. But I feel like you've gotten to the state where even if there's that feeling present, it doesn't affect your energy in a way that it may have in the past. Like, there's this awareness here that whatever it is that's happening, it's just in your blind spot. You can't see it at the moment because it's in a particular place that you can't see. That's just how it's feeling. But there's still trust here, is what's coming through. I feel like in the past, this opportunity may have been lost because of that disconnection, is how it's coming through. So just keeping that in mind, Gemini, I feel like you are on the right path and you know this already. Yeah, the snake. The snake. So snakes might be a particular symbol for you at this time, but this is coming out with the new pearl, which is very appropriate because this also talks about like potential. There's some sort of potential or untapped potential with this new pearl, like something that has been protected, I want to say, with this energy. And it could have something to do with passion. It could have something to, like, again, with the hat, some sort of new role that you will be stepping into that has been protected up until now. And there's a lot of potential in this. I want to say, like, these images to me are wanting to come through as being like the same image, but just in different forms, is how it's feeling. Like, it's kind of like the sun and the moon. That's how it's coming through. Like, the sun's light is reflected by the moon. And that reflection is also like a different, it's almost like a different way. I don't know how to explain it. It's a different way of saying it. It's like a different language, a translation of energy is how it's coming through with these two cards. Like, this is the sun, this is the moon. Version of the same energy. That's how it's feeling. Because it almost feels like there's something here where the acts, whatever it is, like the forces that are working against you, are meant to be there in order to get you, Gemini, to tap into this potential. That's how it's feeling. It is almost wanting to break something. I know that seems like a very intense way of putting it, but it's like breaking the shell on an egg in order to get into the potential of it. That's how it's feeling. Like something is being born. I'm also now getting Starborn energy with this from the Archetypes deck. These forces that are working against you are there to encourage you to break into your own potential. And you have Dragonfly as the last animal card. This card is a mastery of air. And Mastery of the Mind as well. And you have Moth at the bottom of the deck. Which is coming through with Inevitable Attraction. So dragonflies might be a symbol for you. To me, dragonflies have a very deep connection with water as well. So water and air. But it really does it talks about mastery of the mind, right? Like being able to see through illusions, being able to manage your fears and anxieties about something. Yeah, Two of Swords. There's that blind energy again. Right? Like having a blindfold on. It's kind of like this is such a positive thing for you, Gemini, but I feel like there's almost like this, like, I don't want to see this because maybe there's this feeling of like getting your hopes up, or like, yeah, that's how it feels. Like you don't want to get your hopes up. You're trying to manage your own expectations. Even though, like, you know, both the swords are pointed in that direction, right? It's like your energy or your intuition is pulling you towards something, but it's kind of like you still have your blindfolds on, perhaps for your own protection, or there's this like the Two of Swords it's not a negative energy. It is coming through though with like a pause, like a moment to take a breath, a moment to like reinforce why it is you're choosing something, like that kind of thing. It's just like you're sure, but you just want to take a moment to make sure. Is kind of how it's feeling. You're sure, but you're just like, you know, taking a moment to breathe. That's how it feels with the Two of Swords. Seven of Wands. Yeah, these are it feels like there are forces that are working against you. I don't know what else to say about that. Like there's something that you're trying to defend your energy or protect your energy, or just like keep something at bay, whatever that is. Like other energies are maybe it just feels like having to defend your space in whatever way. Yeah, the Empress and the Chariot are coming out in the middle. There's a lot of movement. And again, like, it's like, I feel like this energy here at the Empress is you. And she has her eyes closed. And it's like this Chariot here is in her blind spot. That's how it's coming through. This energy is in your blind spot. And it's kind of like maybe you're just waiting for it to become more visible. There is a lot of movement happening though, Gemini. I feel like that's the message that's wanting to be confirmed for you. And the Wheel of Fortune. So more Jupiter energy. The Lovers and the Page of Wands. This Lovers card to me, again, it is that energy of union, but it to me represents more of this like the universe is helping to bring you two together, or bring you and this other thing, whatever it is, if it's a person or if it's some sort of opportunity, whatever it is, the universe is acting to bring you together. That's how it's coming through. With the Page of Wands, I do feel like there's some sort of adventure. Can I get, or a new beginning that has to do with Wands, fire. And then the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Eight of Cups coming out next. Can I get one more? And then Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this Page of Wands to me always comes through this energy of like you're starting a new adventure, but it requires you to leave something behind. That's how this card always comes through, because it's almost like she's looking back at something, even though she has this like new inspiration and new desire to move forward and this new beginning. She's looking back, and there's what it's coming through with is this: the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, moving into the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like there is something here about like part of whatever this is. I feel like you've been in a Four of Pentacles for a very long time, Gemini. That's how it's feeling. You've been in a Four of Pentacles where it's like maybe there hasn't been a lot of change. Maybe there's been stagnation. But it's very solid for you. It's very stable. It's very reliable. Whatever this is for you. It could represent like a physical space. It could represent some sort of physical manifestation. It feels very stable. But the Four of Pentacles doesn't change. So I feel like there's something here where you will be experiencing change. It will require you to leave behind the Four of Pentacles, whatever that is. But I feel like it's going to go into the Eight. Like it's like it immediately doubles. You're going from the Four to the Eight. So there's something here about like something that has been stable for you. I want to say it's become recently stable, or maybe you've reached this point where it doesn't feel like it's growing. It just feels like you're maintaining, you're sustaining, but it's not necessarily growing. I feel like there's something here where there's gonna be maybe like a circumstance here where I don't know if you're leaving. Hold on. Like the Eight of Cups does say that you are leaving something behind. Nine of Pentacles. You are moving into more abundance, that's for sure. You are moving into more abundance, but I don't know in like how. I don't know how. It will become clear to you though. That's how it's coming through. I feel like you've manifested this, Gemini, with the Three of Wands coming out. You've manifested this. Okay, it's interesting because in this Jupiter card, I didn't mention it before, but like the first thing you see is the hand, right? But as I was looking at this, I was noticing the rainbow that's sort of behind it, behind the hand. And then this card here is like, there's the rainbow. I feel like there's been, again, that energy of a blind spot or something blocking your vision from something. So it's almost like you have, whatever this new opportunity is for you, your vision has been blocked by something, or with the blindfold, it's in your blind spot, that kind of energy, right? Like it's not visible to you for whatever reason. The path is not visible to you, is how I want to say it. But it's like you are going to see it at one point. There's going to be a clear path for you with the arrow. This sort of like change in fortune maybe, where like I want to say like something doubles. You're going from the 4 to the 8 and then to the 9, which is talking about all of this independence and abundance and prosperity, Gemini. Very interesting. Yeah, and then you have King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Can I get one last card for Gemini? The Devil. Okay, I need more than that. The Devil and the Eight of Swords. I feel like you have like it's like self-limiting beliefs that are holding you back at the moment. and the world. But I do think you're completing this cycle. There's something here where I feel like there are, like, the forces that are working against you, Gemini, are there to expose what your self-limiting beliefs are. It's like they're the forces that you perceive as being against you are, I do think they are working against you in some way, but it's also like trying to highlight what it is that you believe that's not serving you anymore. And I feel like once you see that, you get the world energy, the sort of completion. So I feel like this period of time for you is like seeing and acknowledging what your self-limiting beliefs are around this new beginning in order to clear them. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.